I'm gonna end the stream. Ooh. It's Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight we welcome the powerhouse by Jada Toys, the one, the only Juhn. Juhn's gonna be here. He speaks softly, but he carries a big creative mind. I didn't think this one through. We're gonna dive into Street Fighter and MegaMan and Cyberpunk and Scooby-Doo and all kinds of stuff. We're really excited. We're really excited to be here tonight. We're really excited to have Juhn. So Machu. Kill the intro. Shh, quiet. What was that? What? Huh? Who? Jeez.
What'd you say?
That was too loud.
I'm sorry.
Cue the intro. Half the people watching that are completely lost. The other half are like, "Oh yeah, I get that. I've met Juhn. I've talked to him. Yeah." For those of you who don't know, Juhn speaks very softly, so if you had to turn your headphones off, I promise I will not shout much. Anyway, it is Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 106 of Between Two Sentinels. I, of course, am Jay Shot, and with me, the one and only Machu Toy. Machu, how you doing tonight, bud?
Hi, I'm good. I almost forgot how to run the show because last week we weren't in charge, so I forgot where all the buttons were.
Last week we were on a different show. This week we're starting later. Whew,
I also was like half an hour late last week.
It's all right. You showed up. We put your face on a milk carton, and we eventually found you, so it worked out. But you know what? Shout out to Dave Wonder and the team there for having us on and doing a little cross the streams with us. I think they're going right now because they started early for us last week, and now we're starting late for. I don't know. We're all over the place, but one thing I know for sure is it is Wednesday, my dude. So we're excited. We're excited to be here. And you know, even though somebody else tried to reclaim the Wednesday 8 o'clock spot, we're certainly not holding it against them. So also do want to apologize to the fallen Fett for encroaching in his time. That we did this for Juhn. This is not in any way retaliation because Machu said you were his favorite toy amigo. It has nothing to do with that, I promise. But what's going on with you, Machi? What you got? Would you got anything? Getting anything good this week?
Yeah. I mean, I got Doc Ock.
Nice. Yeah, you put that reel up. You were having some fun with him.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten a chance to take the actual proper photo with him because I actually took down Wall XD for a little bit, but I have to reset it up on that desk, that whole city that I had.
You took down the whole city?
Yeah. Well, most of it.
Okay.
I just couldn't decide how I wanted it set up. I was just waffling.
You were waffling. Oh.
I was waffling.
Don't waffle.
And
we used all our pre-planned jokes at the beginning. We got nothing else for the stream.
I was told to open this to open.
We should absolutely unbox a Robin tonight. It'll be good. So
I don't know because our friends.
Our friends are doing that. They're either doing that now or they've completed doing that.
They finished doing it, so that's
they did. Okay,
good news.
Right. Good. Taking a page right out of my book with those throws.
Yeah, but I don't know where it's going, so that's
one figure that I got in that I will not be throwing is the Revoltech Ninja Gaiden figure. Chamba did a really good job of pronouncing his name last night, and I will not be attempting his name. He is
Ryu Hayabusa?
Yeah, that sounds right. Good. Here, I'll move my mouth and you say it. Here is the
Ryu Hayabusa.
Hayabusa. I was just gonna move my mouth and have your voice come out of it. But he's pretty solid. I'm really really happy with him. I haven't even dove into the accessories. Makes me anxious. But yeah.
I'm actually jealous because I really want that figure, and you actually got it before I did for a change,
which is incredibly rare. Rare.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and we both ordered from the same place, right? You ordered from Hobby Genki.
Yeah, we ordered from the same place. We did separate orders though, which is interesting. So I'd be curious to see if I put it in earlier or what have you. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna shoot Juhn a quick text. So,
so Kevin's here. He
yeah,
said I could have had you say anything, and you know what?
could've.
I thought about it.
Well, let's try not to get me canceled this week. Just this week, though.
So I was just gonna let you move your mouth, and then I would just do the delayed response. You know, like like the old dubs. You know?
Yeah, that would have been great. All right, text message sent. We might have some other people stopping by tonight, so who knows? It's a little bit of a mystery, and I'm certainly
free for all.
Yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo mystery.
I like what you did there.
Darn those kids.
What you did there, Fred?
What are you going? Bonnie. Let's check in with the chat here and see what we got going on. We got Steve Morrow who says this episode is going to be next level with Jada. Well played, my friend. Well played. Well played, Grumps. It's Wednesday. Everybody knows that. It's Wednesday, my dudes. High School Creations here. You were talking about Wall XD, and we were on with Mike on the Toy Migos channel yesterday. Want to give a shout out to him and to remind everybody to join into the Wall XD contest that's happening right now, the photo contest, where I think he's giving away, what do we say? It was almost $300 prizes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe he said also corners too, right?
Ooh, corners and a chance to be featured in some advertising. So
please correct me if I'm wrong about the corners, but I believe he did say that.
He's gonna give out some corners. Don't correct him, just give him out. We got Jason here saying it's Wednesday, my dudes. We got Jelly Figs. Ender's Shadow is here. It's your Ruben bro. Dom is checking in, 78 points. Yes, absolutely. Anytime you need to use it, I'm pretty sure you're more friends with this security guard than I am at this point. So go for it. They'll just let you in. You know the code. Josh Brown is here, congratulating Steve on his amazing pun. Toy Mart says my ticket starts at 9 p.m. You get what you pay for. You sure do, pal. You sure do. Johnny's here saying, let's get this party started. Figure report, what's going on, Mikey? Mike and Mike right there, Mike back and back. Henrock is here. Rick Dom saying he's arrived for the complimentary Juhn sandwich. Yeah, now I'm hungry. We got Omega Weapon 13 is here. E. McNeil, Paul Morales, toying around, of course, saying hello there. A little ASMR with Juhn. I don't know if anybody had Jay's Hot ASMR on their bingo card, but it's early. Highly Posable here saying, yo, good evening. Let's just see. Okay, great. Don't forget, check out Highly Posable at 10 p.m. on Fridays. They're a fun show, man. They are like organized chaos at its absolute best.
I love participating in the chat.
Yeah. So and they shout out to them. They do a really good job of getting pretty much to everybody's comment. And it's they're just a lot of fun. Parental advisory, and parental what is it? Parental advisory? I don't know, but for the show, but definitely jump in there. Cap Liz is here. Who else we got? KJ Smith saying it's Wednesday, my dudes. Cease and desist, my friend. Dave Orkin, Old Grumpy Nerd, Brad Harper, lots of people showing up. D Blake is here. What else? Vader Sug, Kix is in the house. 88. Rick Dom, J Kung Fu movie, J Shot. 1-6 shooter saying mystery show. He's on his way. Don't worry. We're just stalling. That's all. We're just stalling. If Jude is there, Janie is there. Janie's not here yet. 7896 is here. What else we got? Dave Orkin, and finally Toy Rent. Dave Orkin is the one doing our shirts. That's right. We can do a little plug.
Nice.
We got some merch coming. And of course, we're gonna end on Toy Retsu hitting us with
Sup nerds.
Nice and quiet. And Juan MegaMan from Puerto Rico is here, as well as Gears and Sprockets hitting us with the little Hush Migos thing. Love that.
I can tell you're anxious because you called Mario 796.
Did I?
Yes.
What's the other one? Uncle Tito? Is that Tito Mario? Uncle Tito. Yeah, that's Tito. Good. Yes, Grumps. Stay tuned. We got a limited run coming. We're gonna do a first run and see how they do. But yeah, so stay tuned. And now my anxiety can go down. You showed up, and of course, Juhn showed up. So Here he is. I hope he comes in just like screaming and yelling and just being like, I am not quiet. It'd be great. It'd be the perfect thing. But well, please welcome Juhn to the show. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Keep the energy level low, my friend. It's way too high. Way too high.
Yeah.
Sorry, how are you, sir? Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
they're the later years in my life, and they don't count. Nobody cares about them. So, but no, I appreciate it, man. I know it's like 6 o'clock over there, and you were coming just from work. So thank you so much for making the time. So for those who don't know, Juhn is, I think you're the creative director over at Jada Toys, and responsible for some of our favorite action figures in the last few years, including MegaMan, and Machi's got Street Fighter, and we've got Scooby-Doo coming up, along with a whole host of other things. But before we get into any of that, I have to embarrass you with this story, because I was talking to my wife today, and she was like, "Oh, who do you have on the show tonight?" I was like, "Oh, we have Juhn on the show." I was like, "You met him at Comic-Con," and she's like, "Well, which one was he?" I was like, "Remember when Grayson was dressed as Stay Puft, and we went over to the Jada booth?" And she goes, "Oh, he's the tall, handsome one." And I went, "Excuse me?" So,
are you sure that's me though? I'm not that tall.
Yeah, no, she described you pretty damn well, enough to make me nervous. So, with that being said, you're no longer allowed near my wife. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I figured that would be a good story to tell. So anyway, how are you? How are you, you tall, handsome boy?
Man, he's a man.
Oh, sorry. Well,
I'm good.
Yeah.
Just chugging along.
I love it. I love this. This is so good. This is great. I know that you came from work. What'd you do today? Tell us about all the toys you approved and all the secrets you can spill.
I mean, I can't spill any secrets, but definitely preparing for WonderCon.
Oh, okay. Jade is her whole boy. Yeah. June. Yeah. WonderCon is when is WonderCon? In March. Okay.
It's like end of March. I think it's like the last weekend of March.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah. So it's the first time we're going as a company to exhibit.
Nice.
So I think we went to like LA Comic-Con in the past, but we kind of replaced that and tried New York last fall. And then for this year, we're going to try WonderCon and see what it's like. Okay. Yeah. Because I do know a number of other like figure-based companies go there. Mm-hmm. So it might be a nice little like pre-Comic-Con like con to go to get some kind of little like update or something. So we'll see.
Okay. And that's also in the West Coast too, right?
Yeah, it's in LA. Yeah. So it's like in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a lot of cons going on in March.
Oh,
yeah. Well, you got Toy Fair kicks March off. Are you guys gonna make a
we're not gonna go for it.
No. Okay. All right. Well, then we won't see you there.
Oh, you guys are going?
Yeah, we're gonna be there at Toy Fair.
He was gonna leave his wife at home at that point.
Yeah. Now it's safe for me to bring her in case I want to. We got Chamba checking in, and then we got 78 points. Yeah, same, bud, same. And Dom saying, "Now we know why I was nervous." Yeah, a little bit. So yeah. I got the door locked. I got the door locked, so she doesn't break in. She doesn't watch the show. We got Rowdy Riles also checking in. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And Henrock asking the first few questions: will there be new license reveals at WonderCon? Feel free, by the way, to not answer any questions at all.
You can just say pass.
Don't feel like you got to be on the spot. You can say pass, not hall pass.
Probably not. We haven't really decided exactly what we're going to show, but we're going to save a lot of the big stuff for San Diego. So
nice.
Okay.
All right. And I know today, I believe Blanca and Sagat went up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, right?
Yeah, and Entertainment Earth. Yeah.
Okay, and Entertainment Earth. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So they're dropping now. Anything else going to be dropping in the next couple weeks, or are you trying to like do 2 a month? Is there a game plan or?
So there's no like set like time frame. I mean, it's basically whenever they're ready to go. We have a number of figures ready to go within the first half of this year. I mean, we're already in March almost. So yeah, before Comic-Con, expect to see a couple more pre-orders drop for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's across all of our portfolio, not just
Oh.
Street Fighter. So
Okay, so Cyberpunk and MegaMan also.
Probably not. So we have like we have Tony the Tiger. We have
Oh, right, yeah.
We have our Scooby line. So some stuff there. So
yeah. Tony the Tiger looked awesome at Comic-Con. Definitely need to pick that up too.
Yeah.
I still think the one of my favorite accessories is the spinning ball with the effects around it. That was that's a nice little touch. Unfortunately, we don't have the like cool "here comes a new challenger" effect, but I do want to bring in our good friend and your good friend, Shady 180. What's going on, Shady?
Oh, hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good. It's good.
Long time no see.
Yeah, we missed you yesterday.
We briefly saw you yesterday.
Yeah. I completely sabotaged the whole stream by accident. It was horrible.
I think was it by accident? I feel like because you weren't there. You're like, they can't have a good stream. We got to screw it up for them. So
no. Like when you finish like streaming, you're like, all right, let me just hit the stop and then end, and then. So like instead of like clicking the back button like a normal person, I was just like, all right, let me get out of here. Bing, bing, and I was like, oh my god, what have I done? What have I done?
It's all good. It's all good. You don't have access to you don't have access to end our stream, so we'll be fine tonight. So okay.
Yeah. I want to say thank you for inviting me to come hang out with you guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So excited to have everybody here and to talk toys. I promise you, we're not going to make this a whole thing where we just ask you questions. There are other things I wanted to talk to you about. I think one of the big things we were actually talking about it off camera yesterday was kind of your dedication or to not perfection, but to giving the people the best product for the best price. And I think like we talked about how you kind of did a re-release of the first set of Street Fighter figures because you found like a better, I don't know if it's a better factory or just like a better way to make them. And it's something, that is obviously appreciated across all departments, but is that something that, you kind of drove, or like, is that just in your head to be like, what is the best thing I can put out? Is that just your core values? Like,
yeah. So like, because I'm a collector too, like when I get a figure, like I can tell if it's like good or bad. But like, for example, like if you're not an action figure collector and someone hands you an action figure, you're just gonna be like, oh, it's cool. Like, but you have no point of reference or kind of know like what makes it good or bad. So like when we first started, like making action figures is a very specialized skill set from like a production standpoint, the same way making diecast figures is. So we're kind of experts in the diecast vehicle production standpoint. So that was our main reference point for like resources in China. So when we did the figures, like the production wasn't in like the hands of like experts in that specific category. So it was like pretty easy to recognize like that was an issue. So yeah, it was a very important thing to find the right like factory who specializes in action figures to make sure that our figures are like quality wise on par, if not trying to be better than what the market is. So yeah, it was a huge initiative. I think. I mean, it wasn't that evident when we first launched because I think we really blew up when Street Fighter launched. So, and then anything before that, we kind of like got by. But yeah, once we got Street Fighter level, we had to kind of like step it up, So, yeah.
Rowdy Ryle saying, too much cool stuff coming out this year, to be honest. Yeah, we're eating, what is it? We're eating good is a good way to say it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you said that you are a toy collector yourself. What do you, outside of Street Fighter, what do you collect?
So right now, I mean, honestly, like every year, I try to say like I'm gonna pare down. I want to kind of like purge a little bit and kind of like narrow down, but it always ends up like going crazy. But because it is the beginning of the year and I kind of like wanted to start fresh again, even though it might not work out. But for this year, I want to kind of focus on Marvel versus Capcom. So you know, like Marrow, like for example, like I'm not a big Marvel collector, but that Marrow figure is something that I'm looking forward to because that kind of like builds like a specific collection I'm trying to focus on.
Right.
And then like I think like Mafex teased like an Iceman last year.
Yeah,
So
the prototype.
that's awesome because like there hasn't been a good 112 skill Iceman like ever.
Not
Really?
yet.
So like that would be awesome. So like things like that is what I'm focusing on like this year as far as collecting goes.
Mhm.
And then you know like I'm trying to think like turtles. I've kind of like I kind of slowed down on that too, just because like there's too many turtles and I'm like burnt out honestly.
Careful.
How? No, I
Be
want
careful.
to. I know. I want to understand how. How do you slow down? I don't like this. Like it's like your mic cut out. You said you're trying to do something with turtles. I didn't like. It just doesn't comprehend in my head. As I think I purchased turtles before the show started. So
Well, what's funny is I got a turtles figure yesterday. As I say, I'm burnt out, but the thing is, it's not a turtle, so technically, I think it's fine.
Which one was it? Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
This figure is pretty good because it's on the 2.0 body that they're using for the new comic version. So it's a completely new figure. It has like a torso.
Nice.
Oh, it's got a ball jointed torso.
Yeah, and then it has new joints. It's pinless. It's cleaner. It has like a cool like swivel here that's like hidden in like the things. Yeah, it's much better than their original comic-based Shredder or even their Mirage Shredder, which I always felt wasn't that great, honestly. But it was the only thing out there. But I think that this is the 2.0 Shredder body's pretty awesome.
I really like the colors on that too. The colors really
Yeah, me too. Like at first, when they first announced it, I was like not interested because the colors were weird. But actually, in person, they're really nice.
Yeah.
So I really like this one.
So Rowdy Rouse brings up the Mezco Shredder on the other hand. Oof. What was did you see that one?
Yeah, my initial reaction was it looks off also, but I'm willing to not judge it by that and see like how it ends up becoming. I think it just looked elongated to me. It was weird. Like it had like a long neck, a long like torso.
Yeah.
But I'm just assuming it's just an early sample. But I'm hoping it's good because, you know, like I wasn't planning on it, but I have the Mezco Turtles and I have the Mezco Casey. So
you kind of have to get the Shredder then.
Yeah, I mean, that would be I mean, if I had to choose one, it would be Shredder, like across any version. So yeah, so I'm hoping it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. But my first reaction was I wasn't too sure about it.
Yeah. We talked pretty in depth. Cheney, do you got a hot take on that Shredder? Or?
I just don't like the color of the shoes. That's all.
The red
shoes. Yeah, I actually like the pants. The pants look cool to me. The scarf is a little strange, but whatever. But the overall sculpt from what I've seen, I haven't like gone in depth and like dialed in and looked at the pictures very closely yet. But from what I've seen, it's like it looks pretty cool. I doubt I'll pick it up just because like I'm not collecting Mezco at all anymore. But I mean, you'll have to let me know how your guys' is.
Yeah, you know I'm getting it.
Both of you guys are.
Yeah.
Actually, probably all three of you guys are, to be honest.
The thing is, it also depends how easy it is to get, because I feel like every Turtles release has been difficult.
Right.
And
True.
I wasn't able to get anything I have at retail. It was either
Oh.
like hooked up or like I got like a deal. I won't air out my reference.
Your hooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Don't ever reveal your sources.
Yeah.
We do got a couple of super hats here that I want to get to. Rick Dom gave with the very generous $4.99 super hat, saying, "Good Smile just showed off their Nendroid Jollibee figure. Are you preparing your response to show them how a Jollibee figure is tough?"
I haven't seen it, but now I'm curious what it looks like. But I mean, obviously, like food mascots is kind of like in our wheelhouse now. So
Yeah.
You know.
Cease and desist. Let's see. Let me grab the other super hat, and then we'll get a couple other questions. Al with a very generous $5 super hat says, "Big fan, Juhn. Any chance Jada does a 1/12 Pink Panther?"
I mean, honestly, we've thought about it, but I would say no.
All right. Yeah, no is an answer. Might not be the answer you want, but no is an answer. So we got Figure Report says, "I'm curious how the Mezco Hulk will turn out. Still looking for the perfect MVC style."
Yeah, me too. Like, well, I'm not curious how the Mezco one will turn out, but I'm still looking for the perfect MVC style. I feel like the first Hulk, was it like the 20th anniversary Hulk?
Yeah.
Was probably the closest. I had it, but I sold it, and I regret it now because by now I wish there was a better one. So I'm looking for a nice Hulk too.
I knew. I was just gonna say, and I saw Matthew reach for it. Have you seen kind of the Kit Bash Hulk that's been going around?
No.
Oh, here. Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. So, not me.
Is that one of those like third-party bodies, or
This is a Mithril Orc.
I don't know what that is.
I think this one's harder to find now because it was like one of the first ones. But there are other options. Like I think there's a KO of this body that's going around too that you can probably find on AliExpress.
Yeah.
And then the soft goods are from Bestly Studios.
The head sculpt?
The pants.
Oh, the soft goods. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The head sculpt is SHF Hulk.
I'm
trying to look for a replacement for that. So
That's a little small, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just a tad, like not like.
Yeah. But it makes him look beefy.
It makes him look really beefy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at them beefy shoulders.
Yeah. So
it's pretty good though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the ripped shirt not fit him? Is that what or you just took it off?
I took it up because I don't want to rip it more because it kept tearing it off.
I get that. That. I think this is in reference to the other turtles when we were talking about Rowdy Rouse as the help me out here.
Ling Ji Huan.
Lin Ji Huan. Okay, yeah.
Ling Ji Huan.
One's like, yeah. Okay. What everybody else said.
Yeah.
Ones look sick. Have you seen those, Juhn? Have you seen the?
I have, but I have no interest in those.
No interest. Not a fan of turtle cake. Okay. They're all.
I mean, this Hulk's got cake too.
Cake.
Oh wow! Yeah,
he's all caked up.
It
Looks like Machi's got the. Looks like Machi's got the Jollibee queued up. Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty funny.
I like how you're being polite, just being like, yeah, that's cute.
He looks so happy though. Look at him. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Hi.
I've got 5 points of articulation."
That's the perfect voice for that.
That is actually.
Yeah. I don't know how you dialed that in and summoned
I
that
just
to come out.
Tapped it right in there, right?
Yeah.
Actually, if you draw a beard on that, it kind of looks like Jay Shot.
I would agree with that.
The same smile.
Every time you're just like, if you draw a beard, it's like...
Well, it's either that or Yimbo, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Now he's not like evoking Yimbo energy. Like
No.
he's got a little bit. Like he's like 2 clicks down from Yimbo energy. I think. Like
Naturally jolly.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chumba says
Yes.
day one purchase for him on the old Jollibee here. So
Nice.
let's see. All right. All right, so you're gonna slow down on Turtles, even though you just purchased a couple of Turtles.
Yeah.
And you're really trying to fill out the Marvel vs. Capcom. Anything else kind of like excite you for this year?
Yeah, let me think. You know, I was kind of late to Berserk. Like I got into it like last year or a year and a half ago. So all the Berserk stuff is like new to me. So I'm excited about that. And it's awesome that when I got into it, there was like a good line.
Good figures. Yeah.
Good now. Honestly, I'm still not a fan of the first 2 figures that came out, but the latest figures are really good. So I'm excited about that. You know, I don't know. I mean, I've talked to Cheney about this, but this figure's amazing.
Nice.
It's so good.
I still need to get that one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Shriek has no business being as good as she is either. Like,
Yeah.
I was blown away. After the neck broke and I fixed it, but that's a whole other thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else.
Are you excited for Zod? Are you going to pick up
Yeah,
Zod?
I am, but I just like I saw it at New York. Maybe. I mean, I am excited about it, and I'm happy to get it, but I just wish it was better than it is. Yeah.
I think there's a Chamba saying in there, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, about the shoulders.
About his shoulders.
Yeah, like
garbage.
In person, like it's like the gap is so big, and like the inner ball is like super glossy, so it stands out compared to the rest of his arm. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, hopefully they fix it. Yeah.
It seemed pretty final when I said it.
He's just all, no, Cheney, no.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see that. I mean, but has that happened historically? Like,
with figure arts, I want to say no. Like,
right?
Usually it's like kind of like what they show is what you get for the most part. From what I can recall. I mean, I could completely be wrong on that, but yeah, I think it's
like, you mean there's no changes in production after?
I think once they're showing it, they're already at a stage where it's like they're not showing like super early like gray models, you know, like everything they show is like pretty far into production or development. So where I feel like what they show represents like close to what you're gonna get, right? You know, there's like companies that show like super early, just like gray models with like articulation not even cut into it, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, although they did show Zod at that early stage,
at the grayscale, yeah. So maybe we'll keep our fingers crossed, huh?
Yeah. We'll see.
Is it hard, like, now that you're making toys yourself? Like, do you find that you're either more critical or, kind of like looking at everything like that and being like, oh, this is how I would fix it? Like, is it kind of to some degree, like, not ruined it, but you know what I mean? Like, we're in production all the time. So like when you see a production mistake in a show or a movie, it just takes you right out of it. Like, do you kind of just get that feeling every once in a while?
Maybe a little bit. It's either that or it's like amazement, like, how did you do it so good?
Yeah, that's true. There's the other side of it. Yeah.
Look at that. This guy coming with the positiveness. He's all, I understand your negativity, J-Shot, but I'm going to take the high ground on this.
But the thing is, like, I don't know that it ruins it for me, but also I don't want to, say bad things about other companies.
No. I didn't say give me names.
Wow,
I wasn't like asking for a list here.
Wow, J-Shot.
All right, well, let me flip it then. Has there been a figure? Sheesh. Who invited you? No, Jay. Has there been a figure either this year or recently that, to your point, has just absolutely amazed you, and you're just like, how did they do this, or how did just kind of like wanted to maybe reverse engineer it type of thing.
I don't know about that, but weirdly, like I don't really collect like third party figures, but when I see them, I don't understand how they do it. Like whether it's like the detail and resolution of like lifelike faces, like I had no idea how they execute that. And like some soft goods like is better than a lot of actual companies doing soft goods, and I don't understand like how they're doing it.
Right. Yeah. The tailoring fits the figure.
Yeah.
Better.
But like I think what gets me is like some of the head sculpts and the detail and the paint on them.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I like Dom's comment here. J Shot wants the drama to drive up the views.
We see right through you, J Shot.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Here, let me start now. What do you think of Storm Collectibles? No.
You know what? I really like the new Street Fighter 6 Ryu. I actually really like it. Yeah. Like I mean, out of everything that's been like announced or like shown, it looks most like my mind's eye of the character in game.
Wow.
And he's my main, so like I really want a good version of Street Fighter 6 Ryu. And I think
you're all right at playing him, You're
yeah, but I really like him a lot.
Oh, look at that.
He's really good. Yeah.
So everyone's just showing off their Ryus tonight. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's not post up as cool as his though.
Yeah.
I just have my Jada Ryu.
Yeah. Still the odds we brought Jada Toys to the Jada stream tonight. I missed the memo on bringing Storm Collectibles figures.
Oh, here we go. All right.
There you go. All right. There you go. I will say, man, the Macho and I were talking before the stream, and we were like, "Hey, should I go get this? Should I go get that?" But like, this guy is always on my desk. He is probably one of my favorite ones to play with, and I did get the new ones too, and I'm so behind on opening things. But yeah, man, this is a ton of fun. How
There's
is
so
there
much
a
fun.
yeah, he just really is.
Yeah.
Dom calling you out, man. He said Machu came ready to shill.
I mean, typically I'm always shilling, so I'd be shilling.
Yeah, I'd be shilling. I always say
this is the man that buys everything. So.
Yeah. Unlike Juhn, I'm not slowing down on turtles, so I will shill for shell. I'm just saying that out loud in case anybody's listening. A lot of people actually sounding off in the chat about the Maximum Spider-Man because that price was announced today. I think you just said that you're not really a big Marvel collector, but is that something that intrigues you, or what do you think about that in terms, even just from the price point?
I mean, I like the concept. I'm not really big on Spider-Man enough to be interested in that character or that version of the character, but I am interested in the concept. So like if they did the Hulk in a maximum version with like butterflies and like double jointed knees and elbows, I would be super interested in that. But if it was like that classic look or even the MVC look, hopefully. Price wise, I feel like it's $50 is confirmed, right? I feel like that's like the like highest you can go to maximize what it is and not ruin the item, right? Where people like
turn away.
Yeah, like because like I thought like 40 would be like the ideal realistic price. But anything over 50 would be like probably people might write. So I think they're just on the cusp of being like acceptable, right? I mean, I'm not sure. I don't really.
It's like the lowest of the highest price point you can go. Yeah. I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We also don't know how those figures feel in hand either.
Yeah.
Everybody's really like, oh, they're all talking about the accessories, but how does the figure itself feel?
And another thing that people don't realize is deco costs a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The deco on Spider-Man costs way more than
I brought that up before. Yeah.
if you did like, I don't know, like Punisher, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, they said they went even more lines than ever this time
yeah,
for the
so
webbing.
you have to factor that in. So I don't know. I feel like the maximum, I don't know what they're going to do with the line, but I feel like the price shouldn't be like across the board the same.
I get that.
And if it was more priced per figure, depending on the scale or the amount of like detail or accessories, so that every price can be more like fair to what you're getting. But I'm not sure what they're doing with what their like direction is. So, not
So
sure.
there goes our hopes for having a $50 Hulk, June. Thanks.
I mean, I wouldn't expect the Hulk to be $50.
Me either.
Yeah, you know. So it's like, but at the same time, if it's over like 75, I don't even. It would have to be like the most articulated Hulk ever, right?
Well, I think if Spider-Man is 50, it's safe to say the Hulk will be 80. They'll probably ask for Hulk for 80 if they do a Hulk. I don't even know if this is all speculation.
Yeah. What if
I
they
would say probably 70 maybe for Hulk as highest.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's
I was
80
really-
is too
I
much.
think it depends how they execute it. You know, like sight unseen, like any price doesn't really
Right.
feel appealing. You know.
Mhm.
what if
I know for me-
what if they okay, go. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know for me, for the Spider-Man, it's like I had talked to some of the guys in the Toy Migos like voice chat, and we were like speculating what it could be, and I was like, dude, like $49.99 is like too much for me. Like if they kept it within the $40 price point, even like $39.99, $44.99, something around there. Like obviously the sweet spot would have been $34.99 to $39.99. That would have been ideal. But you know, and like once you reach that like $50 price point, it's like then there's tax, then there's shipping, and it's like you're looking at almost a $60 figure when you could get an import for that price. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to not have a strong opinion on it because I wouldn't have bought it anyway, even at
Mhm.
$30. So it doesn't really matter to me, right? So
For me, I
Yeah.
feel like we always go to these shows, right? And we'll always see, you know, people will be selling like a retro carded Spider-Man, which is older than the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, right? And I remember people selling that for at least $100.
At least
And it
yeah.
would blow my mind because you could buy a Mafex for about 80,
Mhm.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Mhm.
And like it's only, I feel like more recently people are only getting on the Mafex bandwagon. And that like when Hasbro releases Spider-Man, it's never really by himself either.
True.
Lately,
Mhm.
like it's always been he's been attached to another. It's been a 2-pack,
Yeah.
right? It's never been like one
I'm
big
not a
box.
fan of 2-packs.
Yeah. Well, they had the they did 2 of the carded like cartoon ones that came out.
Mhm.
Right? They did that, and then what was
Oh,
then they did
cell
the
shaded one,
the shell shaded one, and then there was like the original one.
which was a Walmart
what-
exclusive. So like people,
Oh right, yeah.
people were
yeah.
charging like $45 for that.
Oh, and then I was just thinking the Peter Parker came with Smythe, right? Like that was, yeah.
Well, the regular Peter Parker, like
Yeah, the regular Peter Parker. Yeah. Wasn't there another? Wasn't there a more
There's a
recent
Vulture.
Spider-Man 2-pack? Oh, with Vulture. Right. Which is weird because like to some degree I understand like pairing Peter Parker and Smythe. Like, are you like you're really gonna get a Smythe? Like, yeah, like I don't know if I would have bought a Smythe figure that didn't come with the chair, by the way. Release the vehicles. But I feel like I would have bought a Vulture separately. Like, like I didn't need a Spider-Man to go with the Vulture. I definitely would have bought the Vulture.
yeah, but they just tagged him along so that way you get.
That's what you had to.
Well, it wasn't even a great. It was like on a Sunfire body. It was just pinless.
Oh
It was
yeah,
up
that's
like
right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. So Vulture Spider-Man, Vulture's Funfire Spider-Man was so bad. Toy Route says he's selling his retro card at Spidey. Hit him up. There you go. Plethora, not a fan of the 2-packs, except for the Between Two Sentinels 2-pack that Hasbro released. So that one everybody loved. Nobody did. Yeah, everybody loved that.
No
one.
complaints there.
No complaints.
I like when they do those like the villains, right? They'll do like Sentinels, and then they did the Outriders as 2-packs. Those make sense.
Yeah, because
like the army builders.
Yeah.
A couple of questions in the chat. Rowdy Rowell says, "Are the new Blanca?" It says Blanca and Sagat Deluxe, or is this a new price norm for Street Fighter?
Yeah, they're much larger, so it's a new SKU. So we still have our $25 version, and then we have a $30 deluxe, depending on the character.
And then this was something we talked about last night on Toy Migos. Lago says, Juhn, have you considered electrocuted effect figures or burning effect figures for Blanca and others?
I mean, when it comes to Street Fighter, we've considered everything. It's just a matter of, are we going to get to it?
Right.
And Shroomy calling you Shilchu. It's good. We got this one saying, Mikey saying MegaMan line is my absolute favorite, already anticipating Wave 3. And then other Mike saying Chester's still one of my favorite. Thanks so much. Yeah. So
that Chester figure is really good too. Yeah.
Yeah. I really love that you're doing kind of like the icons line, so to speak, like the serials. You got the Fred and Barney, which I think might be Machi's most anticipated release for a while.
I'm pretty excited for those myself.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea I was going to be that juiced on them until I saw them, and I was like, "Oh my god, these look so cool! I have to have these."
But you got them, Tony the Tiger, Chester Cheetah. Is there a figure that you want to do? Like, would you expand kind of further out? Like, I'm even thinking about Scooby-Doo line. I'm even thinking about like ad icons, like how you look at those, like a Jolly Green Giant or Kool-Aid Man or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're like exploring and looking to expand. I mean, obviously, like I love Street Fighter, and I'm very happy and grateful that I get to work on it. Yeah. But at this point, I get personally more excited to work on a figure or character that not 5 other companies are also doing, So like, I'm glad that we have other figures and lines we're working on that are kind of like, it's like an open road for us, and not having to navigate like the licensing aspect of it and like all that. So yeah, like for me, like, like having the opportunity to make figures, I feel like moving forward, it would be more exciting to work on figures that haven't had a proper representation or execution in 112, instead of being like the 10th company doing the same character over and over again.
So you don't want to make Batman?
I was going to make the same joke with Spider-Man.
Yeah, or Turtles.
Yeah. No, please, God, I can't. My kids need to eat.
They don't like turtles?
I feel like there's enough out there that's still very like sought after that we can, like, there's a lot of untapped like things out there already. So I just don't feel necessary to go after properties that are like so well represented, So
you said in the beginning that you were a huge fan of Street Fighter, and I have to there's Grumps, someone say Batman. I have to, I feel like, again, I would tell this story, but one of the first times that you and I actually like hung out or had a conversation was at SDCC 2 years ago when we were at the bar. I think you and I were sitting at the counter, and you were like, all of a sudden you just kind of like looked at me, and it was very, knowing you now, very out of character. And you're just like, man, how old are you? And I was like, at the time, I'm going to be 40. And Jude goes, you didn't grow up playing Street Fighter? And I was like, yeah, I did. He goes, why aren't you buying my figures? And I was like, all right. So I listened. Stop yelling. I'm buying. So,
I bought him those figures.
Can you let me have one? But to your point, like, it just shows that your passion comes through. And like, we talked earlier about how, you're a collector and you want to make stuff that you want to do. And it's really cool to see that, like that you're getting to kind of live this out and, do it in a way that not only is a cool way, but like everyone's thrilled with it. Like and I'm not just saying this, like I've yet to find somebody that was like, those Jada figures suck. Like I have yet to find somebody to say
really?
that.
I hear that all the time online.
They got to say it to you in person or it doesn't count. Yeah. So, yeah. Do you know how many times people say, Machu, go get another host? If they don't say it in person, it doesn't count. So
nobody's ever said that to me.
To go find
only you.
host?
Yeah. Only you have said
me telling you to go find another co-host.
Yeah. This is.
That's why I brought Cheney on. But I mean, like and we've talked about this too. Just I think we jokingly say that you've won Comic-Con the last 2 years in a row. I mean, how does it feel to just kind of have this? I know that you're saying you get negative, which I still don't believe, but to have a mostly positive feedback from the community.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of overwhelming because I'm not the type of person to like, I'd rather be behind the curtain, than be in the spotlight. That's just my personality. So it's cool, but sometimes I don't know how to react to it. So yeah.
You don't know what it's like being action figure superstar.
What it should say on your business card from here on out.
Juhn
right underneath,
action figure superstar.
Bad mother. Yeah. It looks like Machu highlighted a couple of comments. Let's see here. We got Ryan checking in saying, gonna have to watch the replay, dropping a like, but love the Street Fighter figure so much. See, there's an
awesome.
Rowdy is in the chat tonight, and I love it. Blanca is my favorite figure of the year already. Unless we get the whole Scooby gang this year, they will all take the top spots. And if y'all make a mystery machine, she can die. So,
wow.
So yeah. So with that being said, you're gonna kill Rowdy this year by making a mystery machine?
I don't know. Well, the thing about Scooby is like, if it does well, like eventually, like I feel like a mystery machine has to be like on the list, but it's too early to say. I want to see how Wave 1 does and then figure out how to go from there.
Well, I know we had talked about it like in the voice chat in the Toy Migos Discord, like over and over again. It's like, man, if anyone's gonna do it, like, I mean, you guys make cars. You guys, that's like. But then me being the selfish person I am, I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes there. Like, let's get that Street Fighter car that we could get beat up first, and then we can think about mystery machines.
Talking about that, the Street Fighter Discord that has 900,000 people in it, or the Facebook group,
only 35,000.
Right, only 35. But we talked about the car last night too, because I know, and I love that you said nothing is off the table, which you could just repeat this, I guess, too. But we were talking about like, would you do kind of like an accessory pack to, or a car or like a deluxe thing to, and everyone was asking for the barrels and things like that, or the, shocked effects for Lago.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying, especially in Street Fighter. Like, I want to like go deeper than just standard figures, which is kind of like what we kind of started to do a little bit. Like for a Comic-Con exclusive, it came with like stage pieces, like the Evil Ryu came with like the signs that break on the side, and then Violent Ken came with like the barrels. So yeah, like we want to incorporate more elements that are not just the figure. It's just a matter of like finding the time and resources to make that happen. So yeah, there's so many ideas on the table, but we need to prioritize and see what gets done first and what we could squeeze in here and like hopefully find that balance. Yeah.
It's got it. Okay.
Like I would love like a portrait and hands pack, right? Like different hands figures.
Yeah.
But definitely like the beat up portraits.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I think I've brought up to you numerous times too, that like no other companies, well, no, not necessarily, but like a lot of companies, I would say, minus McFarlane and NECA, don't really do accessory packs, you know. I've talked to some of the guys at Hasbro and they're like, yeah, we wish we could do accessory packs. It's just that it won't get approved. So yeah, accessory packs would be amazing.
Super 7 started to do kind of like those bonus packs to get people to really pre-order the whole wave.
That's true.
Something to think about too, I guess. Yeah.
By the way, your figure of the month video was absolutely amazing, dude. Like, I love it. I love the fact that you sent it to me and you're like, I'm gonna blow everybody's eardrums out. It's horrible. I'm like, there's literally one thing I can think of that would make it better, but other than that, it's great. And like everybody loved it, and you're like,
I thank you. I really
the next wrap.
That's what I said. I feel like I shot myself in the foot because I went so big going out in January that anything I make after that, it's like, it's cool. It's no sabotage video, but it's cool.
But even the editing and like the production value of it was killer, dude. Like,
I appreciate that.
You did a great job. See, now you know how Juhn feels.
Yeah. Well, that's, except I could take a compliment. Now I just feed off it. No. But anyway, now that I'm this awesome toy photographer, Juhn, when are you going to hire me? No, I'm kidding. Steve Morrow wants to know, how do you evaluate a licensed IP? Like, how do you decide and know who to reach out to get started in creating a new license? That's actually a really good question. It's a really behind the scenes kind of thing. Like,
so we have a licensing team. I mean, most like toy companies that do product like this have a licensing team, and there's a network. So like all major licensors, like studios, they also have a licensing team. So it's a whole business of like being introduced to new licensors or having a relationship and maintaining it. So it's a crazy aspect of the game. Actually, it's like a landmines everywhere. So it's kind of crazy. But as far as like evaluating, I don't know. It's a combination of a lot of things. Like some things, if it's something that I really want, then we'll try to go after it. That's kind of how Street Fighter came about. And then we have long running relationships with like all the major studios. I mean, not necessarily in the action figure space, but our company does a lot of other categories like vehicles and like more like kids toys and whatnot. So a lot of times with these long relationships, when contracts come up for renewal, we try to add more rights or like new properties.
Okay.
And then, so there's a combination of like us seeking it out or us just having long standing relationships where we can adjust what we can do over time. And then sometimes licensors approach us for things they want to do. So it's a combination of a lot of things, but it's just a matter of us evaluating what to go forward with, what to prioritize, what to just move on from. So it's nonstop, like all year round. We have conversations with licensors. Yeah.
If there's a figure or a license that you really want to go after, do you just like kick open the office door to your licensing team and go, go get Tony the Tiger, nerds. Go figure it out. Like you just or do you have to like go through an approval process for it?
Well, I mean, because
no, he just kicks in the door. That was the answer there. Go get it, nerds.
But the thing is, like, our company's small enough where, sometimes it's as simple as approaching our licensing team and be like, hey, like, I'm interested in this. Can you see if we can get it? Sometimes it's as simple as that.
I hope tomorrow you walk in and you're like, nerds, go get me this. I want to do this.
I just wanted to real quick. I just wanted to agree with 78. He said a bunch of companies are putting out accessory packs, and you're absolutely correct. I forgot about all of those ones. It just kind of like
wow.
slipped my brain. So you're correct, sir. You're correct.
Yeah, SHF the effective pack's doing really well.
Yeah, they've been killing it with those. Yeah.
Dom is subtly wishing.
Sorry.
Dom is subtly wishing for the Jetsons. That could be interesting.
Mhm.
And then I don't know. Rival Schools. I don't know what this one is.
Oh, that's a
Oh
video
my
game.
God.
Okay. What?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Is this one of those? Don't Google that on the work computer. Is that what?
Oh
that
no,
is?
go no.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, Google it. It's an amazing game from back in the day.
Pletho says, is there a difference in uniquely tooling joints per figure versus how imports seem to build around standard joints in different sizes? Oh,
Yeah, there's definitely a difference. I mean, there's pros and cons to both. I think, well, so like even our own figures, we're trying to evolve it and, like improve them every season. So I think like, we first started with like Universal Monsters and we had some food mascots here and there. And then I think for me personally, like when we launched Street Fighter, Fei Long was like the perfect recipe at the time, where it's like this is like a 1.0 body that we've kind of worked towards. It took us like 2 years to get to this 1.0. So, and that was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago already. So I think it's going to start trickling a little bit, maybe end of this year, but I feel like starting in 2026, you're going to see like a 3.0 body from us, which is like much improved from that Fei Long like 1.0. So, and it's going to be merging the best of both worlds and trying to find a recipe that will take our figures to a better like quality overall. So, yeah.
So would that mean like revisiting characters that are already out? Like
probably not, because the thing is like, I'll just take Street Fighter for example. Like if we continue to make Street Fighter for the next like 10 years, obviously like the latest Street Fighter is going to make the first Street Fighter figures look bad or archaic, but that's just the nature of evolving, right?
Right.
So you can't always go back and redo, because realistically, there's not enough time in the world to go back and redo everything. So for me, I just want to keep moving forward. Yeah. And, like if there's a character that we revisit in a different iteration in the future, it's going to be a way better version of it than the first version like years before. So, yeah.
Do you see yourself getting bored making Street Fighter figures for 10 years?
Honestly, no. But yeah. I mean, I feel like there's enough that we're not going to keep repeating ourselves over and over. There's enough Street Fighter like iterations of characters. There's enough variety of characters, like crossover characters. So yeah, I feel like there's so much to take from. So yeah.
The one thing that I really like about you is that you're such a perfectionist with all this stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah. And like there's been so many times like where you've like had something and you're like, it's not there yet. And I'm like, dude, this is great. What are you talking about? Like this is good. You're like, I know, but I can do better. Like you always set the bar higher for yourself, and you're always like hitting that bar and raising it up even more. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
How do you feel about that? No, I'm not gonna. Cap lives. There you go. Machu, Cap lives is officially said it. Machu, go get another co-host. I think we talked about the other packs. Blunt for Honesty saying Jada Toys is literally telling my pockets to run the jewels. Cyberpunk, Street Fighter, and MegaMan. The money is yours. So you could actually just send it directly to Juhn. It'll probably be easier. So yeah, let him. I'm sure the finance nerds won't have any problem with that. Was that? I think that was everything that we highlighted there. But I feel like this question has been asked to you before. But if there was a license, if you either weren't making a license like a Street Fighter. I don't want to use Street Fighter because there are other people making Street Fighter, but like if let's just say Mega Man, right? If you weren't making Mega Man, who would you as a fan want to make that figure?
To make Mega Man?
Yeah.
You know what? I think 3-0 is the right company to make Mega Man. Honestly, just because of how they did their Transformers line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So oddly, it's.
But they are doing Mega Man.
Yeah, 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 they are. Yeah. So, I'm trying to. Well, I think Mega Man's a weird example, just because like, I'm trying to think of another property that I wish a certain company made, but isn't.
I know I've always said Berserk from Storm Collectibles would be really good. I think they would, just because there's so many monsters and big.
I mean, I think Zod would be awesome from Storm.
Or even He-Man. He-Man from Storm Collectibles, I've been saying this forever, would be right up their alley, dude. Like, they would kill He-Man.
I wish another company took a stab at Star Wars, honestly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Beyond. Yeah. Good. Good. Much.
I feel like a lot of people feel like that, though. But that means that we would have to start all over. Like, we'd have to see all over again.
So for me, I want a Clone Wars line in the CGI style.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just Clone Wars, not let's go back to the original trilogy and do Luke, Leia, and Darth Vader. Like it's been done. Like a subline like that. Like I want a really good Clone Wars line, or I want a really good Batman Beyond line.
Rebels.
You know? So not necessarily the umbrella of Batman, but like a specific like version within that I would like a proper line of, right? Like I think Figure Arts could do a really good Batman Beyond line.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Beyond. Ryle saying 6-inch straight up clone lines would be sick.
Yeah.
Mario says, hear me out. Amazing Yamaguchi Mega Man X figs. That was the loudest thing you've said all night.
I
don't know about Amazing Yamaguchi. I know Mario really likes them, but I just can't get into them.
There was a question earlier. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead, Jenny.
I said, I'm sure Adam's going to be bringing this up tomorrow night. He's going to be like, see, even Juhn said so about Revertech. And be like, oh my God, here we go. He's going to go wild on that.
But I did pre-order the Chun-Li and Jury, so let's see.
Me too. I'm on the fence with the Ryu and the
I'm not on the fence. It's very clear that I don't.
After seeing the faces yesterday, because I hadn't seen the faces and I wasn't on the show yesterday, and I looked at the faces. I was all, oh, maybe I should second guess this. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, the Storm one is like 90% there. I don't. Yeah. And the only thing is the scale. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, how do you feel about their Storm Arena?
I am interested in it actually, but okay, so I mean, I'm most interested in their Darkstalkers, but I'm not if they're gonna come out with Dimitri.
It's
character selection is going to play a really big part in my personal excitement for the line.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to come out of the gate with either Morgan, Felicia, Donovan. You gotta knock it out of the park right out the bat.
Yep.
So that's that's actually a great question. I'm going to tie it back to kind of what you're doing for the Scooby-Doo line too. How important is like those first few figures to determine how the rest of the line is made?
That's a good question.
Honestly, like I'm not a huge Scooby-Doo guy. Like, I mean, obviously I know about everyone knows what Scooby-Doo is and like the general premise and the designs in it. Like character selection wise, like for me, I'm just searching what all the monsters look like and just think, oh, these monsters look cool, and I think we can execute it in a figure. And that's the character selection process. I just choose monsters, but like also you have to include a cast member,
right?
And, so obviously Shaggy is an easy first pick.
Mm-hmm.
Scooby is an obvious first pick too, but because he's a dog, I just wanted more time to figure out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's always going to be a cast member and two awesome monsters. That's how it's going to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's great that you're starting with the monsters because I think it's cool to see. And one of my favorite pieces of those two was the unmasked head. I think that's like it's just I don't know, it's iconic, it's fun.
Well, it goes back to what you said too. Like, how many times have we seen like a lot of the different monsters? Like nobody's making the monsters, so.
Yeah,
and you can use those with other stuff too. Like that doesn't just have to be specifically for Scooby-Doo. If you're like taking toy pictures and stuff, it's got kind of like multiple uses.
Yeah.
Now we need High School Creations to make a hallway scene so we can just have them going through all the doors.
Yes,
that's what we need.
Great.
Ian Saunders, first off, hey man, thanks for stopping by. Do you guys see yourselves ever jumping into soft goods? And I know that you did kind of start with Cyberpunk. How was that process? What did you learn, and will you continue with it?
Yeah, it was difficult because it was the first time like out the gate trying something like that. It's going to be challenging, and it was, but you got to go through that in order to learn to improve for the future.
Right.
So yeah, it was very difficult. But we are, I mean, like soft goods, we're not going to add soft goods for the sake of soft goods. Like personally for me, like I'm not a fan of soft goods if it's like a skin tight suit.
Sure.
I'd rather have an articulated figure. But like if it's like a cape or like a large jacket or something like loose, where it makes sense, like I would always want to incorporate that. Like for sure, a wired cape is always going to be better than a plastic cape if it's executed right. So yeah, it's always part of our thought process based on the designs.
Super thick wires, right? Super thick wires.
No.
How does that, when you're like thinking about the soft goods, how does that impact kind of just the whole, either the packaging or just the price point? Like, do you weigh it against, okay, if we add a soft goods, it's going to bring this up, like I guess it really depends. Like if it's going to plus the figure, it doesn't make sense to do it, right?
Well, so we've been making action figures for a while now. So like my like confidence level is much higher now than it was 3 years ago. Like whereas in the past, I would be a little bit concerned about, oh, I want to incorporate this, but is it going to raise the price or how are we going to be able to do it? But now I don't want like price to stop me from trying something.
Sure. Okay.
So that's kind of like with Cyberpunk, like we kind of have a formula, or we're known as, like low price, like $25 figures. But I didn't want that stereotype to stop me from trying to make a fully soft goods like figure with Cyberpunk. It ended up costing $45, but I don't want that price point to scare me from trying something, right?
Okay. No, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
And then Mario says here, wow, when did you become such a hater? Dom wants a Hot Toys J-Shot Machi with rooted hair. That's expensive. I feel like
I don't even know if I want that.
For both of us, I think that's expensive. Well, they'd have to come in
two-pack.
They'd have to come in a 2-pack. Otherwise, there's just going to be a bunch of J shots at Ross, and Ernie will finally buy one. So
Machi's favorite Toy Amigo.
Yeah, Machi's favorite Toy Amigo.
I can get a J shot from Ernie.
Yeah, for completely on sale.
Well, no, because he'll buy it at Ross for the discounted price and sell it to you for the normal price.
For the regular price.
Yeah, for the normal price. And he'll add on. He'll even add on a little more to the price because he'll sign it for me.
Yeah, and then he'll put one of his stickers on the box and be, "Oh, that's $25 more, dude."
Yeah. But he'll have gotten it from AZ Toy Hunter. He wouldn't have even got it for himself. So yeah. I know that Wrestling Hound is here. He get a question about when updates for Wave 1 from Scooby-Doo, and I think you said coming later this year, right? You've got releases coming out. So I think we look for those coming soon.
Stay tuned.
I'm just scrolling through here, see if there's anything else.
Hound, patience.
Oh. Man, Beast Boy says he never solved one mystery. It's because you didn't have the dog with you. You gotta have the dog with you.
You have to have a dog, yeah. You can't solve any mysteries without a dog. That's why I have two, so I can solve all kinds of mysteries.
All the mysteries.
Yeah, all the mysteries.
The figure that nobody wants. Tenny's asking if you're gonna make a Scrappy. Does anybody like Scrappy? I don't even know.
I liked Scrappy until the live action movie, and I was like, I made him the villain.
Cool to have a figure of him, though.
It would be really cool,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like, you hate Scrappy?
Not that I hate Scrappy. It's just like I don't know. I've always found him annoying. So, so he's yelling. He's got that high voice. You know, he's yelling. It's Wednesday.
So not only does J Shot.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. Here we go.
He hates puppies.
You son of a.
Wow.
Well, that's all the time we've got. RMD's
hashtag J-Shot puppy hater.
Here we go. Stay tuned for Between Two Sentinels next week with Machu and Cheney. RMD asks saying, is there an estimated time on when Akuma will be? Are we looking at this year or late this year or next year?
No estimated time frame, but it's definitely in progress. So.
Okay. I feel like you answered that one. Highly Posable says, dude, Cyberpunk game characters would be amazing. So that's different. I mean, that would be so I'm not the Cyberpunk that you currently have out is from the Netflix series, right? So the Cyberpunk game, that's the one with Keanu Reeves, right? Yeah. Mikey, because he's such a big fan, wants to know how many waves do you think we can get out of MegaMan? How much MegaMan you got in you?
I don't know.
Okay. Solid answer. Rel says he likes Scrappy Doo. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even if it's wrong. Don't disrespect
puppy hater.
Scrappy Doo, brother.
Maybe you might be the one who's wrong.
I guess so. Here you go. Scrappy Crappy Doo. There you go. All right. Man. Ready. It's time to go. I don't have anything. I got nothing else, man. I think we've tapped all our questions. Now that I'm a puppy hater, I'm totally flabbergasted. I don't even know what to go. So
I wouldn't know how to feel if I was a puppy hater either. So
it's time for me to fade out to the sunset, boys. It's been a good run. Lasted longer than I thought I would.
You can see the hit pieces in people's stories tomorrow, with like a picture of you in black and white. Though it's just like known puppy hater.
Oh yeah, it's all over. He's not a puppy. He's malinformed. That's what it says. It's malformed. Jeez. What's been your favorite figure of the year so far? That isn't your own.
So far, I don't know. can't even remember what I got this year.
You're really liking that Isidro, though. I know that.
Yeah, that's true. I would say so far this is probably in the top for sure. Like
Which one is it?
Isidro.
Oh, I thought you had. I thought I heard it clicking, and I thought you were.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
yeah.
even know why I have it and no one else does. Like I didn't try to get it early. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if anyone else has it, but it's
What's
really
up?
good.
Show J Shot so he can see. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Okay.
He comes with a lot of awesome head sculpts. Like his articulation's really good. Like just everything about him is really good. Yeah.
KJ is really disappointed that we don't have a giveaway tonight. Matt, you got anything laying around that we can give? Going to give away the Eggo box?
Do you want the Eggo box?
Yeah, you can have the Eggo box. So
I was looking actually to see what I have to give away.
Actually, I do. I have a couple extra Mega Man figures that we can give away. I just don't have them here. So I think we have.
That's great.
I know for sure. I know for sure I've got a Cut Man. So we want to give away a Cut Man. We give away a Cut Man. So,
Ooh.
all right. So we won't give away Cut Man.
No.
I think
you can.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So let me. You guys discuss the hashtag. I will pull up the giveaway tool, and only because KJ asked for it.
Hashtag puppy hater.
You're not hashtag puppy hater. That is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hashtag J Shot the puppy hater.
Oh, yeah. Who invited you?
I don't know why. I got an invite and I was like, "Oh, cool, come hang out."
Man.
And Beast Boy is saying a maximum Spidey
Yes.
Give away maximum Spidey.
from the 3 you'll order. How do you know I'm going to order 3? How did you told him?
I didn't tell him nothing, man. I haven't talked to anybody since you left my house.
We all know this. Machu always gets 3.
All right,
and then we wait for him to get it.
Because I learned it from you.
I know. I used to be a 3, always 3, and I've changed my ways. But I'm not encouraging you to change your ways because it helps me out sometimes. So
it's true.
It
also helped KJ out a lot lately.
Yeah, with all these giveaways. Machu, are there 2 G's in Eggo or 1?
There is 2.
2.
Okay. So
otherwise, it would be ego.
Yeah,
all right.
ego.
Well, all right. Hey, spelling
ego waffles.
Not great for me. Spelling, pronunciations, things like that. The things I don't do well. It's a good thing I don't get on TV and talk all the time. All right, here we go. So if you want to win a Cut Man, you got to do. Why is it not adding? Come on, where are we going? It says remove. It didn't show up. What's going on? Can you edit, Butcher?
Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
It's not going on stage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, try it again.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna stop sharing.
And we'll remove you by accident.
Try this again.
Where's that Price is Right music? Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Accident.
Yeah.
Let's try this one more time. There it is. All right. Hashtag Lego My Eggo. And we will give you a Cut Man from Jada Toys. We'll pack it up. And maybe we'll package it with frozen Eggo waffles and hope they get to you before they melt.
Oh, they're all warm and or put the Cut Man in the Lego box.
In the Eggo box.
In the Eggo box, yeah. Man, even if it doesn't fit, just like cram it in there where it's like the sides all ripped on the Eggo box and everything, and then box it up.
And I'll just tape it up.
US only, by the way.
Yes, US only. Sorry. Yes, thank you. Good call. Jason saying he's been loving this stream. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you being around.
We gotta have him back on soon.
Yeah, we can have him back on whenever he's ready.
I love talking to Jason.
Look at this. Chewy immediately jumps in with Lego My Eggo. There was no waffle there as to whether or not he was going to do this giveaway, so he jumped all over it. What is? Well, I don't know. I hope that went through.
Does that one count? I mean, it's spelled
I
correctly.
don't know. It is spelled correctly. I don't think there's a caps lock issue on here. So
yeah, shout out to Highly Posable. I checked out their show when Adam was on there. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Old Grumpy Bird says he'll pay for shipping. I'm not opposed to it then, man. I just, I don't know when where this is going. So
where is it going exactly?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just put your address in the chat and we'll be fine. Wow, now this channel has tariffs. No tariffs here. But if you want to super chat us, we won't be mad at it. Cap Lou saying great stream, love the Street Fighter figures, Juhn. And Rockman 40, there you go, saying Mega Man Wave 3 when? Soon-ish. I love that. Juhn, who's your favorite turtle, and why is it Raphael?
I like them all.
Even Leonardo? I'm kidding.
Well, okay. Have you ever just bought one turtle from?
No, you can't.
You can't.
Yeah, so it's like
apparently no Chewing can and Nimbo can. They're splitting. What are they splitting? Raph and Leo, right?
They split the families. Yeah, they split.
Like I either buy all of them or none of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm not gonna just cherry pick one, right?
No, you got to get them all. It's
got to catch them all.
They're like Pokemon. You got to get them all. Oh
yeah, it's like you need all of them to be complete. So it's like I can't really single one out.
All right, who's your favorite villain?
In general,
I was gonna say Turtles, but yeah.
Oh, in Turtles. Oh, I mean, I feel like Shredder. Yeah. Just because he's, it's like Shredder. He's like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like, but I am a more of a villain guy than a hero guy. Like in my collections. So like, I'm not a big Marvel guy, but most of the Marvel figures I buy are like cool looking villains. Like, like I'm not a G.I. Joe guy, but I buy a lot of cool Cobra looking characters just because they look cool. Like, I have a bunch of G.I. Joes, but I probably only have like one or two Joes.
Like the actual heroes of the line? Yeah.
Like I have almost none. So
no Joes, straight Cobra, no Joes.
What's funny is the only Joe I have is the one that came with like the vamp or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Like I would never buy it standalone.
Oh, here's a question about Blanca.
Okay. What do you got? No, that's his Turtle Club. Oh, there you go. Engineering, yeah.
You want to read it or should I?
No, go for it.
Yes. What engineering was made to Blanca's hair to maximize his head articulation?
So the hair is hollow. So like usually like when companies make long-haired characters, it's fully sculpted. Mm-hmm. So only the outside is sculpted and the inside is completely hollow, and it's a soft material, so it like just gets out of the way. And then there's little cuts on the back, so when it like stretches, because it's like cut, it like gets out of the way better. And then we made a lower neck. Instead of a ball at the lower neck, it's a hinge. And because the hair is covering the back of the head, we hollowed out a lot of the back of the head or the back of the shoulders. So the hinge makes the head go back really far. So so there's a lot of material out of the shoulder, and then the hair is hollow. So, but you don't see it because the hair is covering it anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's how we made sure we got the head to look up as much as possible.
Hamachi, you got to handle that, right? In DesignerCon? At DesignerCon?
Yeah, the Blanca and Sagat. Nice. And I can't remember. Did Blanca have the toe hinge or no?
No. Okay. So So Blanca was tooled already by that point.
Mm-hmm.
So that just shows how long it takes. Like it was tooled like sometime last year, and then Sagat was tooled after. So we implemented the toe hinge.
Mm-hmm.
Vega was actually tooled like earlier too, so we didn't have toe hinges because it was already. So yeah, like even Vega's been tooled forever.
Oh
But
wow.
we're still working on it.
Oh.
So it just shows you like how long it takes, even after you tool it, to dial everything in. But yeah, moving forward, it is going to be the standard.
With a toe hinge?
Yeah, pretty much. And I feel like the way we executed, hopefully, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes or most of the times the toe hinge, it's a separate piece, and then there's like a metal pin that goes through.
Yeah.
But the way we did it is different to where it like locks in, so there's no like visible pins on it. And then the way we cut it and the way we shaped it, it's very smooth. So it doesn't, like a lot of toe hinges, when you bend it, there's a very sharp angle.
Right. Yeah.
So we did it so it's like more seamless on the bottom.
Right. And that's on Sagat. It was very seamless.
Yeah.
Because of the bandages too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like even though sometimes, like a lot of the times when something is omitted, it's not because we don't want to do it. We just want the time to do it right.
Right.
That takes time. And making figures takes a lot of time. So even if we implement a change today, the consumer's not going to see it until next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you see a toe hinge today, that means we worked on it last year already.
Right.
It's not something we just decided to do yesterday, right?
It's like Adam always says. He says like with the Marvel Legends stuff that it's usually about the time for a baby. It's about 9 to 10 months from kind of like concept to actually coming out. That so it's like when they start when companies start making figures or like concept or like all of that, like it's a good 10-11 months out from when it's like in the stores and in people's hands.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Even at like 9 to 10 months feels short, right? As to how much
it
work
is. Well, like so like if we have like we're gonna ship at this time, it's like, oh, that's 10 months out. Like it's not like, oh, nice. That's like the 10 months is gonna go by fast, so you move fast. And yeah.
Why did you make that announcement, nerds? God. All right. So all right, I think we're gonna last few seconds here. We'll give it 30 seconds, and then we're gonna give away a Jada Toys MegaMan Cutman. So use hashtag #LegoMyEgo. And make sure you add the extra G in there to get the proper link. I'm trying to see. There was a comment in here. Here it is from Rick Dom. What is your favorite color for Blanca?
Ooh, that's
I'll say the glow in the dark one, just because that was my favorite soda one. So, but in game, there's a lot of cool ones. I know most people default to like blue.
Blue and yellow is good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like the figure's done now. Like repaints is like the fun part. It's the easy part. So, yeah.
Blue and yellow, or yellow and blue. Like both of those are really good.
Yeah. So, and I think out of all of our characters, player 2 repaint wise, I think Blanca is one of the strongest ones for repaints. Just because
it's so much fun.
Yeah.
All right. Blue and yellow. The blue and yellow and blue threw me for a second, Cheney. I was like, what?
Well, there's one where he's got a blue body with yellow hair, and then there's one where he has a yellow body with blue hair.
It's I think I gotta go back and play Street Fighter, because even today when we were talking about the other figure, and I was like, why are his eyebrows over the
for Ryu?
And Machu immediately is like, "That's how he's drawn." It's like, "Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right."
That's how
Even on the figure, his eyebrows are
Yeah,
over.
I just never noticed that. I wasn't paying a lot of attention to eyebrows, I guess. So I'm gonna thank Real Life Perspective Show, A, for being here, and B, for reminding everybody to hit that like button. We are terrible at doing that, so hit that like button.
Yeah, thumbs up. Share with your friends. Let them know June's here. And if you're hitting the replay, thanks for coming and hanging out. You're amazing. You're a champion, a god amongst men and women.
And that's why we invited Cheney.
Yeah.
All right, let's give away a figure here. So you got 10 seconds, and then I am going to hit the draw button. So hashtag Lego My Ego for Jada Toys, MegaMan, Cutman. Sorry, and U.S. only unless you're paying for your own shipping, which just seems weird. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Boom, 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 boom. Ba-dum.
Hey, all right, Rel collects. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think he's
Our Legion's
local too.
Con neighbor.
Our Legion's Con neighbor has won. So Rel, just we chat in the group all the time, but make sure you hit me up and get me your address, and I will get that out to you eventually. I'm a little behind on getting stuff out, but
Do we want to spin again?
What? You want to spin again? What?
I just noticed that I have an extra Fei Long figure.
You want to do a Fei Long?
Yeah.
All right. Can we hit? Oh yeah, I can hit draw again. Hang on. All right. So
look at that. Double the figures, double the
right.
fun, double the drawings,
double the Jada.
Yeah. Double the Sentinels. It's amazing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You're in the best place to be. Right here, right now, between the Sentinels. Drawing it up.
Stop it. All right, but go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch hell for that tomorrow night.
I know. That's okay. Much like Chet Me goes, Ernie doesn't watch this show either, so it's fine. You'll be fine. He's not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna hit the draw.
Does he have a show right now? It's like
he's on right now. Yeah,
okay.
He's on right now.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
They're doing trivia tonight.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna hit the draw again button, and this is for a Fei Long. So, a Street Fighter and Mega Man giveaway tonight. And here we go. Let's hope Rel doesn't win again.
Well, this would be a second data.
John to the Ross. All right, awesome, man.
Nice. What's up, John to the Ross?
There you go.
Congratulations.
Two big. Jesus, already. Like, no, wasted no time, KJ. You asked for this and you didn't win, and immediately it's a rig away.
I tried, KJ. I even threw an extra toy in there.
Immediately. Oh, all right. Well, Juhn, dude, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on our show before coming on Ernie's. I know he's salty about it. But hey, sorry, man. But dude, I know you don't have Instagram, but is there any way to keep up with you and all your antics, or is it just sit down with you in a diner and get your phone number somehow after you've been yelled at for not buying Street Fighter figures?
Yeah, the second.
All right, so treat Juhn to a Reuben, and you can keep up with him. Cheney, how do we keep up with you?
Well, firstly, go check out the Jada Toys Street Fighter Facebook group and Facebook with 35,000 members, growing stronger every day. All kinds of cool Jada stuff in there. So go in there, hang out. It's a great time. Secondly, you can follow me, Cheney180 on Instagram. Check out the Toy Migos Instagram, Toy Migos Facebook, Toy Migos Facebook group, Toy Migos Discord. Every Tuesday, Chat Migos Assemble. And every Thursday, which is tomorrow night, with They're Not Dolls.
There you go. Machu, you got anything coming up?
I don't think so. Is there a show this weekend? Is there a toy show? I don't remember.
There's supposed to be a Chubsy thing, but I haven't gotten full confirmation.
Oh, right. On Sunday, right?
So yeah, if stay tuned to the Chubsy channel, the Chubsy Instagram. If you're in the New Jersey, New York area, supposedly there's going to be some stuff going on there. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We won't have a Lonely Hearts Club this year, so go enjoy that. Otherwise, whether you're watching live or on the replay, we appreciate you guys for being here. We wouldn't do this without you. So a huge thank you to all of you. And Juhn, thank you so much for being here. Cheney, thanks for stopping by. I certainly don't take everything you say personally, and not going to cry myself to sleep tonight. But appreciate you guys, and I don't know, man. Go have some fun. Go be proud of yourself. Go make some content. Machu, cue that outro. Let's go home.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.